I'm with Audrey Joe-Ezigbo. Audrey, it's lovely to hear from you. Could you tell us a little bit about the Nigerian Gas Association and its involvement with cleaner energy?
The Nigerian Gas Association is the umbrella body for all the participants, the businesses and professionals in the gas industry in Nigeria. And we're a chartered member of the International Gas Union, which is the umbrella body of all the gas associations across the nations of the world. Now, what we do essentially is to advocate for what is in the best interests of the Nigerian gas industry, not just the interest of our members, but the nation as a whole. As you may know, Nigeria is a country that has abundant gas resources. As at 2019 December, we had proven reserves of over 200 trillion cubic feet and another about 600 that is yet to be proven. And this is a significant resource. We hold Africa's largest gas deposits as it is. Now, this association recognizes the fact that for Nigeria, we have focused too much on oil. Therefore, we speak to the issues that surround the creation of an enabling landscape for gas development in Nigeria. The NGA is that one association that tries to serve as the intermediary between the government and the private sector, trying to make sure that both in terms of policies and strategies and legislation, both parties are talking together and there is mutual understanding. So that's essentially who we are. We've been around for about 20 years now, and it's mostly made up of upstream, midstream and downstream players. But we also have some other support industries like the maritime sector, financial services, people who just find a role supporting the value chain across the industry.
And do you think the communication within the gas companies within Nigeria and politics are there enough to progress forward when it comes to cleaner energy?
Well, certainly. So, you know, Nigeria is a very interesting country when it comes to gas, when it comes to many things, really. But when it comes to gas, you can see, especially with the new administrations that come on board, that there is more of a dedicated focus in looking at how we can use gas to enable economic development and industrialization. Now, gas for us is then the conversation around cleaner energy, especially in a country where with almost 200 million people, you still have the bulk of them using charcoals and other dirty fuels for cooking and for their energy needs. Therefore, natural gas for us is a cleaner energy. And that's where we're pushing for gas to be used, not just as cooking gas, but for industry, for power, and across various sectors of the productive sectors of the economy. So that conversation is happening. This year, the Minister of Petroleum Resources actually declared that 2020 was for Nigeria the year of gas. Now, I was having a conversation earlier and I said what he has essentially done is to give a name to what Nigeria has been doing since we passed our first national gas policy back in 2017. And therefore, if you look at many of the things that are coming out of that ministry, you'll see that there is a more focused effort to then actualize some of the objectives that were embedded in that 2017 policy. So we're encouraged. It's not without challenges, because we still have constraints around the legislative framework to support investments in that space. So, but this is again the role that NGA plays in terms of continuous advocacy within and out of the governments to make sure we get that dealt with.
Audrey, thank you ever so much for your time and your wisdom, and have a really good rest of the IP week. Thank you so much.